What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two Dimes and a Token. I am one of your hosts, Bruck Nasty. Unfortunately, I had to do a solo one today. Con Yeezy had some urgent matter he had to attend to. And our token, again, is still stuck down south, working constantly. But today, we got an awesome episode for you, man. Travis Schroder came by the studio, an up-and-coming artist. He's an amazing guy, to be honest. I've known him for years, and he did music for a long time, and he really hasn't been into it in like 10 plus years. So he's just diving back into it, and he's releasing some new music coming up in the fall. He's got some new hits out right now, so if you get a chance, go check it out. You see the links should be in the bio below. For Travis Schroder on Apple Music and on Spotify. So go check him out. You're gonna love it. He's got a very unique feel. He's got a cool little vibe. In the podcast, he says, hey, if you want to cry in the corner a little bit, tune in. It's got a little bit of a John Mayer thing. Now about the podcast, we go through a lot of different topics in this. And we dive right into it when we sit down and talk about his experience in music. We talk about the comparison of songwriters back in the day to how songwriters are extinct now. Talk about AI in music. We talk about basically how social media has changed the music game. A lot of different things that kind of come up that if you're not in the music industry, just tune in and listen. And honestly, you get a whole bunch of different knowledge, and you really start learning about the music industry and about what it takes to really be successful in that industry. And he also puts on a little bit of a show for us. I think it was like a minute, maybe 2 minutes of him singing something new that he's releasing in the fall. So here you get to hear it here first. That was dope. We were tuned in for that. That was an awesome time. But overall, you just get the experience of being introduced to an amazing human being, just a great dude, phenomenal musician, and a phenomenal singer. So before we dive into the episode, make sure you guys go into YouTube, go into Apple Podcasts, go into Spotify, hit the subscribe button, right? Help out the fellas, help out the podcast. We're hoping to get as many subscriptions as possible. We want to grow this thing to the moon, right? We want to push this thing beyond what we ever dreamed it could be, right? Go check out the merch stores. We got some new Father's Day stuff that's dropping, right? So you'll have your chance to get your new Father's Day merch, and order as when this episode's releasing. It'll be that week. You want to order it that week so that you can get it in time to have it for Father's Day. So going back to it, subscribe, leave some comments. We have a big section in this episode for you guys to leave some comments on the spice of the week. We want to start pushing that every single week. We want to know what your spice of the week is. Leave some comments in the YouTube, leave some comments on our social media pages. Let us know. We want to hear about your spice of the week, and we want to shout it out on the podcast. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And here is the amazing episode with Travis Schroder. Dude, and I gotta tell you, this selection is phenomenal for today. So
it's great.
Travis, thank you for coming, dude. Finally.
Thank you for having me.
We had, and I'm going to say this, 2 different schedule changes.
I know.
It was rough, dude. You got a lot of moving parts, like remodeling a house and all that stuff.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited, man.
I know, dude. It's
awesome.
It's fantastic.
You're like big time, and this is crazy.
Oh my God. We're living the dream now. So, first and foremost, drink of the pod, right? Sponsored unofficially by Terramana Tequila. Not yet sponsored by Terramana Tequila. We're still aiming for that. But our guest has chosen Four Roses Bourbon, right? So that's what we're sipping on today. Make sure you guys go pick up. We have no stock in it, but make sure you go buy it because we're drinking it, and that's important.
That's right. No free shout-outs.
Exactly. Yeah, no free shout-out. Shout out to the boys right there.
That's right.
So, yes, dude, honestly, reason I was super excited to get you on. I think it was like perfect timing. You just dropped new music. As a musician, how long have you been doing music?
Gosh, I started taking guitar lessons at 13, so close to 20 plus years. So I started writing songs probably 15 or so years ago after
Really?
I kind of got a little bit of chops on the guitar. But yeah, close to 20 years.
So was that the first time that you did anything in music was on the guitar, or did you do anything before that?
I did. Yeah, I think so. I played like in high school band, like clarinet, bass clarinet. That's the only other thing I did. I took voice lessons, so I'm a classically trained vocalist.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. You know what? I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but your boy played trumpet in middle school.
All right.
Yeah, I had 2 years of it. You know,
I see you.
like you can't just like you gotta put them lips together, lube it up a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A little bit of lube goes a long way.
That's great.
Yeah.
So anyway, the big thing is like we want to emphasize up front. I want to get people on board on your music. I heard it. Like I said, we've known each other for years, and I knew you were into music, and then I heard some of your stuff. As a matter of fact, dude, Ash heard it online and called me into the other room and was like, "Oh my God, this is Travis." And I was like,
I love it.
I was literally, and I was like, "That's a true story, right?"
That's amazing.
And next thing you know, we're both sitting there and we're like 7 minutes into it. We're like, oh yeah, this is good, right? And immediately I'm like, hey, everybody else leave the room. No.
Yeah.
So
sounds like music I want to cry in the corner.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So no, but we loved it, man. So when you guys get a chance, we're actually going to put all of Travis's music links in this particular podcast. So you'll be able to scroll down on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're on iHeart Podcasts. I'm pretty much anywhere you find it.
Any major distributor.
Exactly. So you'll be able to scroll down, and we're actually going to move our personal links down and put his at the top. So you'll be able to click on it, see all of the new music that he's putting out. But you've only put out a couple right now.
Yeah. So I have a single dropping June 1st, and then 2 more a week apart from that. So yeah, I've been doing music about 20 years. About 10 years ago, I recorded a few EPs, and life happened, work happened, and then I kind of took a hiatus. And really, 2020 happened, and kind of a lot of people reinvented their lives. I think after taking some time, being isolated. And so I said, you know what, like let's kind of start fresh and re-release some stuff, and I'm recording some new stuff, and so it's been great to just get back at it,
Yeah. So how long exactly was your hiatus in between? Because like you said, you did music, and then because you got into the business world, because that's where we met.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably been 10 years, close to 10 years. And so I was never really on social media. I was on Facebook when Facebook was like for college students.
Dude, I remember that when it was like actually good.
Yeah, you had to have like a .edu email.
When you had a .edu.
Yeah. So so I wasn't really on Instagram, and so I just recorded music kind of for the purity of recording music, and I didn't like to be that guy that you talk about like, oh, I sing, I do music, and like that guy's at the karaoke bar who's like tone deaf, so like I don't like to talk about like I do music, man. It's like, all right, whatever. So I
feel like you've always been a little bit more of a humble guy.
Yeah. So I took the hiatus, but I forget what you were asking me.
No, just how long it's
so it's probably been like close to 8 to 9 years.
It's okay, guys. We had like 4, maybe 8 of these before we started, so we're living large.
You're like, what is this guy talking about?
So what was it like, dude, picking up an instrument again after so long? Like, because like you said, you really just completely dropped it to try and make money.
Yeah, for any of the musicians or songwriters specifically listening, songwriting is a perishable skill. So it's a muscle that you have to continually work, and you have to continually practice and work the fitness level of it. And so I'll tell you a quick story. So I in my resurgence back into the music, I ended up taking a class at Berklee College of Music. So Berklee College of Music is like the best music school for songwriters. And so like John Mayer, Bono, Meghan Trainor went there. So like they studied there. And so it's right in Boston. And so I did a Berkeley online course. So my professor, Andrea Stopel, she's incredible. She wrote for Faith Hill. She wrote for Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
So it kind of re-inspired me. And the main thing they told us in that course, and really in general as a songwriter, is like, go write bad songs. Just go write bad songs. Go write a song every day. And if it sucks, awesome. Because you're getting that much closer to get your next, you're digging for diamonds, so to speak. And so that's kind of the thing that I kind of got back into, is really writing and trying to come off authentic and really getting better at that craft.
Yeah, no, that's honestly, like, how do you, I think that's a good ideal. The problem with, and I'm going to do a comparison between you and me right now, because I have zero creative ability in my body. It doesn't exist.
Look at
like,
this.
yeah, no, I didn't put all this together, dude. Ash put all this together. Like, I just said, here, I want this stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I can run through a wall.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm good at that.
Let's do it. Yeah.
But I have no creative ability. So it kind of fascinates me. We had another guy who on the podcast a little bit earlier, a good high school buddy of mine named Devin. Such a good friend, such a good dude. And we asked him kind of a similar question. It was like, how do you come up with the idea of these songs? Like, what is your creative process to try and develop like a new song? Like, how do you go about that?
Yeah, I think when you're starting out, everybody writes love songs because it's kind of the universal language, right?
Yeah.
And so the older you get, and for myself, like my themes, I guess you could say, is like they're starting to feel like a little bit more mature. Like we're getting older. It's more reflective. But at the end of the day, like a good love song, a good breakup song, like everybody can identify with that. And so like those are sometimes the most fun to write because everyone's like, I've felt that, I've been there. I wish I could have said that.
I've never cried to one of those songs before. Ever.
Yeah, never. Yeah, no.
It never happened.
Yeah. God bless the broken road. No one's ever cried at that.
Yeah, I was never sitting in a 92 Grand Marquis and cried.
Yeah, never happened.
Either way.
Yeah.
So that's wild. So what would be the next steps for you? Because like you said, that's kind of the starting point.
Yeah.
What do you move on to? Like in your particular world, and I know you may not want to give away all your secrets, but how do you go about that process beyond just the breakup or relationship song?
In terms of writing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you pull on different experiences in life. Some people start with lyrics. Some people start with like a melody, like a little hook, and you kind of build off of that. But another thing I've noticed is like when you write, the season of life you're in kind of informs the songs you're writing.
Yeah. No, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. That makes sense.
Yeah. So the season of life I'm in is like I just got married in October. So yay. Congrats. So
congrats.
Love my wife. She's amazing. She's a huge inspiration to me of like encouraging me to get back into this. So but yeah, I mean it's about where you're at in life, like I think whether it's love, struggle, growth, reflecting, looking back, all those things I think inform what you want to say. Because at the end of the day, like songwriting is like, well, what do I want to say? Like you've got this thing inside and you're like, I got to get this out. And so like, what do I want to say? What do I want to like share with the world? And that's kind of my process, I guess.
I feel you. Okay. So how do you, and this is going to be kind of a unique question because it kind of dawned on me a little bit, like you've been going through this process of trying to build your career in the music industry. This is now your second time around, right? Yeah. I mean, how do you feel when you're doing everything you can by blasting everything on the internet? How has social media changed the way that you market yourself from 10 years ago to now?
Oh, it's a great question. So I'll backtrack to like college. So back in the day, it was like, I got to get signed. We got to get signed. We got to get a record deal. And so I've had a few opportunities to sign a record deal, but you make no money. They tell you what clothes you can wear. Like it's just like you're an indentured servant to the label. So crazy stat.
Really? So you make no money on like a record deal like that?
No, you make money touring. So you make money touring with you have a guarantee. And then a lot of people, most artists make money through the merch. So I'll tell you a crazy stat and then I'll answer your question. So a record label will sign 10 bands.
Yeah.
And each band will get fronted $100,000 to make an album. Right?
Yeah.
So $100,000, go make your album. One of the statistics show one of those 10 bands will make back their 100,000, and everybody else's, and the rest of them will fail.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, I'm actually curious about this. What's the highest grossing merchandise sales for any band ever? That would actually be that'd be a great thing. So so that's the idea is like now you go through merch and through touring and things like that. So what do you do personally now? Because,
Yeah. So now social media has changed the game, so to speak, where it's about content. So, and it's not about like, let me share my album, my magnus opus with these 10 songs. It's like single, and like everybody's like, you look at these people like Shawn Mendes started on social media, Olivia Rodrigo, she's huge now. I don't really love her.
I was gonna say Olivia Rodrigo, like if I want to be depressed, like I'm gonna put that on. Like I'll be in a happy mood and then play her so I can be angry.
She's a product of the new wave of industry because she leveraged TikTok or whatever it was. So now, I mean, at the end of the day, my goal is I've always wanted to be synced. Yeah. And so sync means like you get your song in a show or a TV show, a commercial or a Netflix show.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my goal because you kind of have a normal life, right? But you're still writing songs and putting your stuff out there. So
I feel you, dude. Yeah. So we got that pulled up. All right, so
let's see.
Lady Gaga, look at that.
There you go.
$15.8 million in merchandise sales.
Ridiculous.
My God. Ariana Grande, 10 million. Eminem. I'm surprised Eminem's not top of the list. Eminem was the fucking man.
He was.
He
dude. Still is. Yeah.
All right. The biggest one I'm really surprised is not topping the list right now is Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
How the fuck did all the believers not donate $70 million to his merchandise costs?
It's insane.
Yeah, like I was
almost 16 million.
Said I donated my hair to him.
Yeah. Oh, you too? That's so weird.
Dude, that's hilarious. So God, recently it's kind of funny because as you know, we recently started our merch line.
Yeah, I love
as you can see, awesome. Dude, and we're trying to promote different things. I got to give a shout out to Ash. She comes up with like 99% of the designs on that.
Yeah,
and the most boring one, which is the one I have on, is the one I designed. Right, so it's terrible.
I like it,
but I dig it. And on the back, I got my dime on there. So,
all right,
we interrupt this podcast to bring you Sunterra Solar Solutions, a leading-edge solar company committed to making sure they provide a phenomenal experience to its customers. Going solar was one of the best decisions that I ever made. Not only did they provide me a no-hassle experience, it didn't feel like a sales experience. It felt like an amazing person-to-person having a conversation on whether solar was going to be right for me. I was fortunate enough to not only lower my monthly energy cost, but they gave me an option to be able to create a stabilized monthly bill that I could prepare around. I qualified for a new customer incentive that put cash in my hand after installation, as well as I qualified for a tax credit at the end of that same year after I had it installed. All in all, not only was it the best decision I ever made, I lowered my monthly energy costs, I stabilized my bill, I put a ton of cash in hand. It felt like I got paid to go solar. And my most favorite part that I haven't even mentioned, it eliminated my exposure to future increasing rates from the utility companies. So if you think going solar is the right thing for you, by all means, hit us up in our DMs. We can connect you with a sales associate today. And now back to the episode. Dude, so how do you, and I guess what do you think your path is going to be, since you're, again, once you take that hiatus, you get knocked down off the pedestal. And let's be real, like, I will personally tell you, all bias aside, like, the music was quality, dude. We loved it. We were sitting there jamming to it. So like, how do you compound on that now and like get yourself to the main stage?
You got to play the game.
Yeah.
You got to play the game. You got to go on social media. You got to go on TikTok, and you got to just blast out posts. So there's a podcast. I'll try to get you the link. You can put in the link below for the songwriters out there. But I think it's Adele. It's either Adele and Drake or Adele and John Mayer when they're interviewing each other.
Really?
And Adele's like, if we came out now, we never would have made it because they're songwriters, right? And so it's like, I want to tell you a story. And now music has become so much about, well, what can I put this behind? What kind of TikTok dance can I put this behind? And that's cool. That's fine. But like true songwriters are kind of like an endangered species.
I was literally just the way you were guiding it, I was going to ask you, are true songwriters
for sure
extinct?
They're dying off. And so like typically what you would do is you move to LA, you move to Nashville, and you get with like a writers group, and that's your job every day. You go to Music Row on Nashville where all the labels are, and you go write with people, and you're paid daily, you contract labor or whatever, and you write for people. So there's still a need for writers. But I firmly believe, like, go watch Netflix, right? And take your phone out and just Shazam something. You're like, that's kind of a cool song. What is that? Who the hell is that person? I've never heard of that person. There's still a market for like those love songs, those breakup songs, the montage scene in the movie, right? Yeah. So like, that will always be my niche, because I can't be who I'm not, right? I can't come out with an Olivia Rodrigo song, but I can come out with like this would be good against like a backdrop of a couple struggling or.
I'll be honest though, I think it had a real. When we were listening, it had a very real John Mayer song. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Like when we were listening to Travis, it had a real John Mayer feel, but it was creative, and it had great high points and it had great low points. Yeah. Like I'm not super, like, I don't know the intuitive dialect of music and all that. Now Ash has been doing that for years, bro. So when we sit down, like one of our favorite things is we love to listen to The Voice.
Oh yeah.
So and I don't like anything beyond just hitting the chair.
Exactly.
Like anything beyond that sucks ass.
Yeah. It's a show. It's entertainment. Yeah.
Guys, stop having a tournament. Just fucking do a year round of just like, oh my god, do they get 4 chairs?
Break people's souls with the button.
Exactly. That's it. So. But when we do that, like, honestly, we get stoked because I love music. I love it, dude. It drives me in a way that I can't even imagine. Like in order for me to get motivated to do anything, honestly, I got to have tunes in my ears. Like I got to be able to rock a little bit. I got to do something. So when that happens, we sit down and listen to that, it drives, it's like, that's the ultimate, like, fuck yeah, this is badass. So
it's a universal language.
Yes, it's unbelievable, man. It's pretty spectacular. So getting back to that, like I said, I felt like you had a really great rhythm, and I felt like everything sounded real good, and the voice was great. It had a John Mayer feel, and I hate to say that because I know other people will be like, oh, it sounds just like John Mayer. But like, how do you? I guess leading into the next question, like, how would you separate yourself if somebody says, oh, you have this type of generic sound?
Yeah, Well, I think what's the saying, like great art like doesn't borrow, it steals, or something like that, like or great artists.
You got to remember, dude, I'm stupid, so I don't know these things. Like I know dumb things, like if you have trailer trash things, like I got that.
Yeah, well, great artists borrow, right? Great artists steal, right? And so like if you think about it, if you look at a piano, right, there's different keys, right? I think I'm gonna look super, good artists copy, great artists steal, and that's it. That's Pablo Picasso.
That's fucking fantastic.
So think about it, right? If there's, I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this. If there's 13 keys, if there's 13 notes in a key, I can only do a certain amount of combination of those 13 notes, right? Yeah. And so it's like, okay, I can borrow a little bit from this, a little bit from this. Because how many times have you heard a podcast like, I kind of want to do something like that?
Oh my god, Let me borrow that. Oh, I fucking get the quote now.
Yeah.
See, I was white trash until about 30 seconds ago, baby.
You're a great artist.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm stealing everything.
Listen. Fuck every other podcast. I'm stealing all your shit.
Yes. So like. If somebody wants to say like, oh, you sound like John Mayer, like that's cool. Let me go open for him, and he doesn't have to pay me, right?
Yeah. No, and then she pulls up the plagiarism,
which is topical.
The practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off.
So let's talk about this. Yeah. Ed Sheeran just won his lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because Marvin Gaye's family was suing him for stealing.
Yeah.
Let's Get It On. Musical, whatever, like the style, the notes, whatever. Yeah. So Ed Sheeran is on, I don't know if it's an interview or a podcast, but basically for all the music listeners out there, there's a song called Canon in D. It's dun, 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 dun. So that's that song. You've probably heard that song before. So that chord progression, it's like a 1, 4, 5, 6, the Nashville number system, right? It's the first note, it's the fourth note, it's the sixth note in the key.
Yeah.
And so like 8 billion songs use the chord progression. And so what he was able to do is show like, I didn't steal this song. Like this chord progression is in every friggin' song.
So in other words, what they did is they said, this guy made the most money off of that, so we're going to sue him.
Yeah.
So in closely
Thinking Out Loud was the song.
Copying his Grammy-winning ballad, Thinking Out Loud from Marvin Gaye's classic, Let's Get It On.
So it starts like. Dun, dun,
so in other words, the intro, the 4-second intro is what they're saying that he copied.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
But again, and so there's like two things. There's like great artists steal, right? But there's also something called sampling, where if you want to like pull something from a song, you can. It's called sampling. You can sample it. Like Kanye West has different sounds.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna fucking sue anybody, you need to sue. Who is it? Megan Trainor and the other dude. They said, "Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on."
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Come on, dude. That was.
But they might.
Charlie Puth.
Thank
you.
They might have quote unquote sampled that and like got permission and paid a big ass fee.
All I'm saying is they said Marvin Gaye in the fucking song.
They did.
He said they did. Fucking sue them.
So again, wow.
So wait, yeah. When the court action wrapped, Sheeran remarked that he was happy with the result, but expressed concern over this type of litigation, saying he feels like claims like this are way too common now and have become a culture where a claim is made with the idea that a settlement will be cheaper than taking it to court, and there's no base for the claim at all. See.
Well, it's like 95% of
that's
cases
an article
don't go to trial.
We read that from an article in Vulture, so don't fucking sue us.
Yeah, but music, dude. If there's 13 notes, give me a freaking break.
You can't. You can't.
What do you want me to do? Like,
you know what? Actually, I love this. I love this part, and I fucking hate to do this every time I got to do this, and I got to quote the boys. Yeah. Will Compton said it best, bro. He said, listen, we've gone through centuries of people inventing stuff. Yeah. Like, everything is dry. Everything is creatively driven off of something else.
Everything is an inspiration of something
That's
before.
It. So it's like, come on, bro. Like, let it go.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. Shit, if people want to say I sound like John Mayer, thank you. Like,
that's actually a compliment.
Yeah. And so,
you know what? When I was in high school, I used all the John Mayer songs to try and pick up chicks.
Dude, I used all the Usher songs. So
Attaboy.
You got it back. Yeah. Dude,
attaboy.
You know, back in the day when we had like landlines, you know, had that girl's phone.
Yes.
I had the there's a John Mayer line in a song, "The Shape of Calling Home." He says, like, I knew the shape of her. If it's in the dark, girl, I could still call you, girl.
Oh my god.
I knew the shape of your number.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Dude. It's
crazy, man.
See, that's how you know my game wasn't up there. But you know, you never know.
I mean,
I was gonna say, I'm married now, so it's all good.
Hey, we both are, so
fuck yeah. Let's cheers to that.
Yeah. But dude,
you know what? We recovered that. Yeah, we started talking a little shit.
We recovered.
Yeah.
But again, every artist borrows, every artist steals, and so like back when I started really writing, Jason Mraz came out, right? Remember him? Like John Mayer came out. Jack
Jason
Johnson
Mraz.
came out.
Hold on. What was that Jason Mraz song? Dude, it was a huge hit.
I Won't Give Up.
Yes. No, that was it. Oh my God. That was the bomb, right? I'm Yours. I'm yours. Was
dude.
Phenomenal,
yeah,
dude.
and he came out with Lucky with Colby Kelly.
No, that's fantastic, dude. That was and that was one of those fucking jams, dude.
Again, he's one of those songwriters that are like, yep, he doesn't do a lot anymore, right? I think he's coming out with something new soon, but those people are really special to the music industry.
Yeah.
And those people with the like Gen Zs of the world, like they're overlooked.
Yeah.
And so like I'll die on that hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
There's a purity about it.
That's your thing. So now we've talked a lot about a lot of artists. So what are your musical background inspirations? Like, what are the people that really got you into
I
it?
started playing guitar because of Dave Matthews.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I am a freaking
yes. No, Dave Matthews has one of my favorite songs of all time.
Crash Into Me?
Huh? That's
hack up your skirt.
yeah.
The only line you need to know in this song.
Yes. I spilled my liquor.
Yeah.
Listen, dude. No, it wasn't. That was a great song. Don't get it twisted. That was a great song. But there was another one that he sang. It was in the movie Jack with Robin Williams.
Okay.
And it was,
dude, what?
It was awesome, bro.
What song?
I
was
swear.
That? It's got to be. It's got.
No. Hold on. That might be someone else.
All right.
Because remember, I'm
Could be
not
somebody
educated
else.
when it comes to music.
All right. Let's see. We got the.
No, here.
I don't know. Was it a fast
know
song
what?
or a slow song?
No, it was very slow.
Satellite.
No, it wasn't Satellite.
Man,
You know what? Now that I think about it, it wasn't Dave Matthews. I'm so sorry, guys.
it's okay.
I'm an idiot.
It's okay.
So if we look up, let's do this. Let's look up Jack. If you guys haven't seen that movie, Jack with Robin Williams,
dude, I just watched that last year. Crazy.
if you want to fucking cry,
Yeah, you
bro,
wanna
that's
cry your
something to
eyes
cry
out?
to. Like, look up the soundtrack for that.
All right,
I'm
let's
telling
see.
you.
Let's see the
And
soundtrack.
we're gonna scroll down the soundtrack for you guys right now. I'm telling you right now. Star by Bryan Adams.
Brian Adams like a freaking the GOAT, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like Bryan Adams was the guy. But when I first heard that song,
yeah.
I'll tell you what. Oh my God. Listen, your boy was about, I don't know, 7 years old. Right?
Dude, I know.
7 years old, threw this jam on with Robin Williams, automatically thinking like, "Hold, this is the same motherfucker that granted wishes to a motherfucker in Egypt." Holy shit!
Yeah, and it totally,
right?
and it like totally wasn't weird that Jennifer Lopez was his teacher and she like had the hots for
What
him.
the fuck,
And
bro?
he was like 11.
Come on, like what are we talking about? Either way, the
Such a
whole
good movie,
the
dude.
premise
Such a good
of this movie, right, is Jack comes in. He's 11 years old, but he's got an advanced disease.
Yeah.
He looks 4 times. His body ages 4 times faster than the actual timeline.
Yeah, it's like reverse Benjamin Button.
Exactly. Reverse Benjamin Button. And I got to tell you, I was moved, bro.
Dude, it's incredible. First of all, anything Robin Williams does is A-list.
You're not wrong.
It's elite.
You're absolutely not wrong. That's what I'm talking about.
But
dude.
yeah, dude, it's a classic.
So now that we've gone on a
Classic.
tangent, so you obviously have Dave Matthews.
Yeah, so Dave Matthews.
What else you got besides Dave? Because obviously you have a unique sound to yourself.
John Mayer is. It sounds so cliche. It's like, oh, John Mayer. Oh, yeah, you and everyone else. But like, what John Mayer is really good at lyrically is he's really good at irony. So he's good at talking about something, and it's like, oh shit, I've never heard it said like that.
Yeah.
Lyrically. So John Mayer, obviously Jason Mraz. I used to love 90s music, so like Matchbox 20. One of my favorite bands of all time. You remember Vertical Horizon? He's everything you want.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah,
dude.
I met him.
That was huge.
Yeah, his name's
was a
Matt
huge
Scannell.
song.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
So they called John Mayer's rock pop blues.
Yeah. So my style, if you wanted to label it, yes, it's singer songwriter, quote unquote, but it's called adult contemporary or like adult alternative.
That's so funny. Whenever you put the word adult in front of anything,
right? It's like,
it sounds terrible.
Is it naughty? So like,
awesome.
so another band when I was in high school and I was like really cutting my teeth writing is like The Fray, right?
Yes,
Like,
dude. I love The Fray.
I go wrong?
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
dude. Anybody that watches this pod, you're gonna get in your fucking feels, dude. I'm feeling it.
Dude. So those bands were like a lot of people are like, I want to be weird. I want to be reggae. I want like Jack Johnson's kind of this beachy vibe, but like I just like I can't shake it. Like I want to sound like my song is on like an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Yes. Wow.
I'll tell you,
okay.
and I'll tell you a crazy story about that.
Yeah.
Here. All right. Crazy story.
Yeah.
All right. So the closest I've ever been to being like, we did it.
Dude, I'm riding this roller coaster
Ready?
with
All
you.
right, so my friend is a doctor.
Yeah.
Like a MD, and she was a medical consultant on the show. So she was technically one of the writers. So 2020 rolls around, COVID's going, and she's like, hey, send me your stuff. I'm going to try to get on the show. And so I'm like, holy shit. And so I sent her my stuff. So this single is coming out into June 15th. It's called I Can't, I Won't.
Yeah, June 15th, because these are always recorded before.
So this song, she's like, all right, cool, I got it. I get with the producers, and the producers love it, and they're like, we're gonna use it on the show. And I'm like, holy shit, it's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all can have her for free.
No way.
Like, you want to send me a great?
You gave it to him for free? I said at least $100.
Side note: Bruno Mars did the Super Bowl the first time he ever did it. He did it for free, exposure. So anyways, dude, I'm like, holy shit, it's happening. I get with this.
Yeah.
I get with this publishing agency. He's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna represent you.
Yeah.
I know the executive producer. I'm like, this is freaking happening. COVID happens. In production, nobody's gonna believe this story. Oh, bullshit, right? So COVID happens, production is shut down, and the whole thing falls apart.
Fuck.
And it was like, holy shit, here we go. Like that, because that's my dream, right? Like to have a normal life, work, right? And do music. It's like, okay, you're probably gonna do a sync deal, get your shit.
Well, obviously, if you're good enough to get there. So let's be real. Like, I'll make you a deal. Just like when you get there, give me like $1 million.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm
ready. Dude, yes. That's what I'm talking about.
And like
bro.
Grey's Anatomy is gonna have like season 29 soon. So like
yes.
we still have a shot.
Wait. So yeah, Grey's Anatomy's still running?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I think it's 15 or 16 seasons.
The only thing longer than that is South Park. Let's look that up.
Yeah, let's see how
the
many
longest
seasons.
the top longest running series. I'm very confident about
it's
the
definitely
South Park pick.
Simpsons
No,
is the
no.
longest.
Oh shit, the Simpsons.
How long but how many seasons?
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
Get the
yeah,
fuck out of here.
How many seasons does Grey's Anatomy have? I bet you it's at least
That's
15.
in Japanese. That shit don't count.
All right, Grey's
No
Anatomy.
offense to Japanese people.
19. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
So again, closest I've ever came.
Wait, yeah.
But
Simpsons has 34.
34.
Holy fuck. Wait, how many
I
for
love The
South Park?
Simpsons.
I know we're veering off
Holy
here.
Shit.
26 years.
Damn.
South Park is that's that one show that nobody fucks with.
Dude, South Park is uncancelable.
It's uncancelable. You can literally do anything
amazing.
you want. It's Joe Rogan and South Park are
Yeah.
the only things in the world that are uncancelable.
They beat the game.
I can't wait because once we get to episode 20, like someone's going to cancel us.
Yeah.
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 I don't know why. Yeah.
It's going to happen. Yeah.
Well, someone will probably watch the episode we have with Jamie and they'll say something. But honestly, I wish you could have been there for the episode with Jamie. Jamie's fucking awesome, dude. She's
Listen,
an awesome girl.
I'm going to quote
dude.
a very, very famous philosopher.
Yeah.
The hater's going to hate.
Yes.
I don't know the rest of it.
I don't know the rest
I'm
of
gonna
it.
shake. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Listen.
The Guiding Light is the longest running soap opera.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's get our song on the Guiding Light. Let's do it.
Yes. You need to get your song
Soap
on the
opera.
Guiding
I'm
Light.
cool.
It's done. It's closed.
Oh.
Wait,
all right.
when did it
Well,
close?
Thank you for killing my dream. Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean that was kind of a big fucking letdown.
Okay. All right.
But you know what do I know?
Yeah.
So
All
right. So I'll tell you what. Let's switch gears here. So
Yeah, let's do it.
what do you think, in your opinion? Like you said, you've had a lot of opinions about today's music,
Yeah.
older music.
Yeah.
What do you think makes a good song?
That's a great question. I mean, any good song, I don't care if it's completely done on a Mac or done on a piano, is something that somebody can connect with. And people are listening and be like, textbook answer, right? But like, really, it's if you can identify with it, that's a good song. However, what I think is a great song, obviously, if you can identify with it, but
Yeah.
something that has a really strong hook. So like
Yeah.
something real catchy.
You know what's really funny that you say that? I gotta tell, and I'm not tooting horns here.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All I'm saying is like if we were in a room, like I would stand a little taller than others right now, because you know how many people have direct messaged us on social media and been like, dude, your little jingle at the end of
Dude,
your ads
it's important.
is so fucking catchy.
In the music, in the songwriting community, we call them earworms.
Yes. And the best part is like nobody knows this, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this is the first time we're announcing it on the podcast. That's actually Avery and Ryder. It's my daughter and my son.
I like it.
Avery is the one that says 2 dimes and a token.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay,
I
was
know
wondering
you've
who-
heard it. Like
I'm
everybody's
like,
heard
who
it.
is that? I love that.
And Ryder, this is what's so funny. So Ryder has a speech problem, and it is what it is. I love my son, dude, but he does. He's got a little speech problem, but he's working on it, dude. So it is what it is, bro. Like, don't get mad at him. He's doing his best.
I imagine.
But
Tupac.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Fuck the police. So what he does is he says, dude, man, broski.
All right.
a week after we air the first clip, and we use that as a promo, and we tag all that stuff in our short clips so that we can kind of get the name going. We really want to emphasize it. I'm going to say a good friend of mine. I can't say family member because people know who we're talking about. Yeah, but I didn't say which one. That's what I'm saying. A family member of mine came up to me and he goes, hey man, so I'm just going to ask, I just want to be up front here. What is Ryder saying in the little quote thing? I said, oh, he's saying dude man broski. And he goes, oh my God. And I said, what? And he looks at me and he goes, dude, I thought he said, I thought he was saying, give me a blowski.
Oh, God. Wow.
Right? I was like, what the fuck,
Here at
bro?
2 Dimes and a Token, we are not okay for under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, my God. Did you see the Shane Gillis stand-up in Austin?
No, but Shane Gillis is incredible.
Yes. Oh,
I
my
probably
God.
did. What did he say?
No, Shane Gillis said, if you ever want to get out of something at like a nephew's event, be like, how old are the kids? Right? Right? That's it. Oh,
I love
God.
it.
I was like, no.
No, God, no. But yes, but no.
Hey,
Yeah.
by the way, the one thing that'll live in my brain in infinite hilariousness is when he quoted Donald Trump about the hurricane.
He's so good at Trump.
When he did the hurricane quote, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, we got a storm coming. You guys want me to blow it up?" Right? Everyone's like, "Dude, what the fuck? No, dude. Like, what are you talking about?" He's like, "What? I fuck around." Like that moment when he said, acting as Trump, like, I fuck around, dude.
Dude,
What's
he's
up?
so funny.
That moment lives
so
in my
funny.
head in infamy. That's fantastic.
He's
dude.
so good.
So
That's amazing.
yeah. So to veer back. I know we always get off. We get off on topic, not get off.
That's good.
So do you have anything else that you would add to that, like making a good song? So you've identified a few things.
Good,
but-
a strong hook, something that's catchy, man. Something that's like, damn, this feels good. I like this, and it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Those are the best songs.
How many times do you listen to a song before you release it?
Well, as like one of mine.
Yeah.
Enough to hate it. Yeah, I mean, that is the creative process. I mean, if you look, anybody painting, drawing, whatever, you're just like, you're looking at it, you're sculpting, right? And you're like, God, I hate this song.
Dude, that's so funny that you say that, because now I have an instant image of all the concerts.
It's the same thing you do.
Dude, Ash loves concerts. I cannot fucking stand concerts. I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
Okay.
All right. Which
is it the like
you
noise?
mean why do I hate them?
Yeah, why do you hate concerts?
Oh, I thought you said that so fast. I thought you were talking about why does she love them. I don't know, bro. Like they're dog shit. I don't like concerts because I've grown old, and honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest here. If I'm gonna be up front, I gotta be real with it. I am old now, and I don't like the loud noises.
Listen,
I can't stand. I'll tell you what. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you run.
Go ahead.
I can't stand when I love partying, dude.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I love being with 7 or 8 of my boys. We're at a casino. Shit's loud, and you're moving. You got a few drinks in you. You're having a good time.
Yeah.
You're doing your fucking thing, dude. You got a vibe going.
Sure.
When I'm in a concert, I'm surrounded by 100 fucked up dudes and girls that have no fucking clue what they're doing. They're spilling shit on me, and honestly, immediately, I just get automatically pissed off, and the animosity that grows within my gut all the way up to my chest, to the point where I look at someone who's like, I'm sitting in a concessions line and they're like, I want the M&Ms, and in my mind, you should pick Skittles. So I'm like, fuck you, why didn't you get the Skittles? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Can I challenge you on something?
Yes, you're more than welcome.
When Dave Matthews comes back into Tampa,
I'll go with you.
I'm gonna buy your ticket.
Okay.
And you're gonna smell the sweet wacky tobacco. We're gonna have a little sacrament.
I was gonna say,
and you're gonna dance the whole time. You're gonna love it.
You're gonna dance. You're just gonna dance out here.
Listen, I get it, because I go to restaurants now with my wife, and I'm like,
this is annoying.
It's so loud in here. These bastards. But like concerts, dude, don't go if you don't love the band. And then if you can sit kind of close, it's like kind of more fun. But like, dude, if you're not like crazy about the band, just don't go.
Yeah.
But like, if it's a Dave concert, you would have fun. We would have fun. I promise. I'll make sure you have fun.
What's the time?
47 minutes.
Cool. Just want to double check.
Cool.
We're gonna insert commercial there.
You want some more?
All right, dude. So yeah, so we're gonna have fun, and I'm not gonna trip, and I'm not gonna do anything
Yeah.
wild, right? Listen,
We're gonna dance.
all I'm saying is, dude, number
Gonna
one,
dance it out. Like
I'm
Dane
not
Cook says.
I'm not smoking weed,
No.
and I'm not doing shrooms.
No.
But in a quote that I heard earlier,
We're gonna enjoy some bourbon.
let me
and
tell you
have a
something.
great
I
time.
gotta work my ass up. By the way, I'm not gonna take this quote because I thought it was fucking hilarious. But in this lined up with it,
All right.
and you know what? Matter of fact, after we're done with the concert, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go back to work. You know why? Because like Dana White always said, cocaine ain't cheap. It's expensive. Need to keep making money.
I gotta keep making money. I gotta keep making money.
Yo, I heard this quote on Instagram today, and it was a meme. It was like a funny thing.
Yeah.
It caught me so off guard, dude. I disrupted my entire house for over an hour. And I gotta tell you, dude, it fucked me up so much. Like, I'm sitting here and I was just watching, and all of a sudden you see this train going into a mountain.
Yeah.
And it had, the mountain was cut out, like it was a tunnel.
Yeah. Tunnel. Yeah.
And it was like, every time I think about giving up, every time I think about quitting my job, every time I think that this is too much, I just remember that quote from Dana White. And it had this emotional, like motivating music. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm getting ready to get back to work. I'm getting ready to fucking, all of a sudden, instant flash, quick humor. And it goes, cocaine's not fucking cheap. It's expensive.
It's expensive.
I got to make more money.
And then you need to insert the Dave Chappelle quote. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yes, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Oh my god, we used that in one of our clips earlier in the year. It was in the Devin
you?
clip. Yes, we did. Hold on. Hey guys, all right, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't seen it, go to one of our socials, and I'm gonna pull it up right now. And I'm going to show Travis because this shit was absolutely hilarious. It was so fucking funny. Oh my God, I can't get past it. It cracked me up for the longest time. Yeah, see, this is how I know it got over 50,000 views
Holy
on
shit.
TikTok. Look.
That's the most honest thing, anybody can tell somebody is stop worrying about screwing up. Yes. Because you're probably going to do it. Yeah. You're going to do it. You are. Yeah. It's going to happen. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, dude, I love it.
That was great, dude.
Classic.
Yes, it's
love it.
classic, dude. It's
love
classic. Oh my God, dude. So,
It's
all
amazing.
right. I got to veer back. back.
right,
So,
let's
we'll
Back on track.
let me ask you a question, a serious question. Number one, I'll tell you what, because I do have some more questions, but I'll tell you
Okay.
what. I want to open the floor a little bit.
Let's do it.
Why don't you give me something? Give me something that you're working on. Give me 30 seconds of something you got in the tank.
All right.
We're good with that?
I got you.
All right. Here we go.
What kind of mood you want? Little somber mood? You want a little up?
No, dude, you pick. This is now your studio.
Where do you want the mic? Is this cool?
Dude, whatever. I don't know how this works for artists.
I'm gonna go like this.
I know how it works for Trailer Trash when I sit here.
I'm gonna go like this.
But yeah, okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. You want to get a little deep
Yeah, if you want to get a little, as a matter of fact, you might be able to point that down a little bit.
like this?
No, grab the actual mic and just point it down.
I got you.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. You should
pick it
have.
up, right?
It should. Let's see what happens.
I'll give you a little verse and a chorus. All right?
Okay.
Tell me, where did the time go? I was just in my bedroom sheet, waking up to the sound of the springtime of '93. I opened up my compartment, I grabbed my Viewmaster Slide 3D. I put in this reel I just bought from the drugstore on 17. I pull the slide and I see the colors change. Focus right into. It feels like life won't stay in one place. It's always changing views. It's changing views.
Damn!
Little new.
Holy shit!
right.
Everything's picking you up too,
No, there we go.
All right,
That's
sweet,
great.
Sweet.
dude.
Awesome.
Holy fuck, dude!
Awesome.
Damn,
That was amazing.
that was
Thank you.
great, dude.
Thank you.
My God, give me 3 right quick. Give me the. Yeah. What up, though? Hey, Son, my boy. What's up?
It's not gonna be on Spotify.
Yeah.
All right, so that one's coming out this fall.
Really?
Yeah. So that's one of the new. So,
Wow. So we got literally like wow.
but it's crazy. Like, so sometimes when you write songs, like they just kind of spill out of you.
Yeah.
Other times they're like, shit, I had to work on this one a while. So that one was just like an afternoon. But you can tell, like, as you get older, like you start writing about like I'm getting older. Like I look at the world differently now, and so like that's probably the first song I've written where it's like you're getting older, man. Like it's different. It's kind of a different experience. But I'm excited about that one. So
No,
thanks for letting me
dude,
share that one.
I'll tell you what, I feel you on that because obviously I don't have the musical background, but the getting older part it's kind of a unique topic because I don't actually talk about this to anybody
Yeah.
really except Ash.
Okay.
So honestly, I gauge my age through my successes and through where I'm at in the world. And honestly, this is a bad thing. Don't ever fucking do this. But I gauge it when I look at my bank account, and I think that it's true, but it's a terrible thing. I don't think that we should do that because honestly, it leads me into 10 times more stress than what I should, because I'm looking at myself and I'm like, excuse me, I should be 10 times farther than I am.
Yeah.
And I'm not, but at the same time, like you're hitting the nail on the fucking head with the song. Like you said, you're getting older with the age thing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden different things start becoming a little bit more important.
Yeah.
And I start seeing my world differently.
Yeah.
Especially what's funny is in the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
It's because I just recently had the last injection for my hip thing.
Okay.
And I had another another outpatient thing, and all of a sudden things start, like you get home and you're like, usually I work until 7 or I work until 8.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden 5:30 rolled around and I looked at everybody in my house and I was like, movie time. Come on. We're getting snacks.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
Yeah.
And it's
your priorities
wild.
change. I think as like people, we need significance.
Yeah.
And so like your bank account, your position,
Yep.
like, and so music is a way to say what everyone else is thinking,
and
or what they're feeling. And so
I agree with you on that 100%. I think, and not to trickle back, I don't want to stay on this. I'm just going to say this comment, we'll move on. But I think trickling back to financial status has become so important. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I am 100% a cause and a victim of that mentality.
Yeah.
I thought I was a failure if I didn't have tons of money and a big house and all the cars and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, some of the things we got, some of the things we didn't.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden it's like you start going further and you're just like, I mean, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like
what's
you
really
said,
important,
yeah, what's really important. And that's kind of wild.
For
dude.
sure.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
So, as I shake off, like nobody fucking cries on this podcast. Absolutely not.
There's no crying in baseball. No crying in podcast.
So I had a unique song request.
Oh,
so I had a
okay.
unique song request. This was actually because I told 10 people of our follows list that you were going to be on. And
Okay, pressure's on.
I will be honest with you. 10 of those people did not know who you were. However,
probably all 10 didn't know who I was.
yeah. So I did give them background, and they asked very specific questions. There were two things that they asked.
Okay.
But, well, there were two questions. There was one from one person and one from the other, but they actually intertwined.
Okay.
How do you create music in today's generation of AI music,
Ooh.
and how do you stand apart from that?
Yeah. Whew. It's gonna get weird.
It's going to get fucking freaky.
Dude, I think AI, at least yet, is not able to. So when you put like ChatGPT, right? So like if you go to ChatGPT, like write me a song about flowers,
Yeah.
it's gonna probably seem pretty like formulaic, and so I think when we talk about like John Mayer, we talk about irony, we're talking about like things like holy shit, I felt that and I wanted to say it that way. I
Yeah.
don't think AI can do that yet.
Yeah.
Maybe they can soon in the next 10 years, but like
I'm going to
Yeah,
interject right
go
now.
ahead.
I don't think AI has the ability to do that with words. I think it has the ability to do that with melody or
Yes.
with that type.
I agree.
Now
agree.
also, I want you guys to understand, I have no idea where the AI comes in when it comes to actual melody and song creation.
Sure.
But sometimes it feels like when you're listening to it,
Yeah.
it's like there's no way a person made this. You
No.
know what I'm saying?
No.
So I say that I agree with you. The
Yeah.
words, impossible. I think the melody though, it's kind of like,
Yeah, I think
oh,
so.
damn.
I think the melody, I think rhythm.
And by the way, correct me if I'm fucking wrong, because remember, you're the master
Yeah.
here. I'm the dumbass.
No one is a dumbass. This is a safe
This is a
place.
safe circle.
Circle of trust.
Yeah. Everyone heard that.
Listen, I'm the songwriter, like the person who didn't get enough love as a child, right? Like the
Yeah.
person who's got this broken soul. If anybody, you're put together, not me. So.
Oh, okay. So, but yeah, continue.
No,
continue on that.
I think AI is going to be leveraged to what extent I don't know, but like if you look at what's aesthetically pleasing, melody wise, hook wise, like we're talking about, like I
Yeah.
think they could probably figure that out. But like lyrics, I don't think AI could ever replace lyrics because like lyrics come from a place of like deep inside,
Yeah.
and a hook is a hook, like dude, the iPhone, right?
Yeah.
That's in your head, right?
That became
Right?
Yeah. Worldwide.
AI might have designed that. I don't know. But like lyrics, it's like nobody can tell the story you want to tell because it's your story, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you that. I feel like I feel like I'm going to finish your sentence here.
Go ahead.
When I say the human being experience is what puts the
Yes.
emotion into
Yes.
the word.
No question.
A computer can't do that.
A computer can tell you like, okay, like here's the
What would rhyme?
Yeah, like so for song format, A B A B C. A is the verse, B is the chorus, C is the bridge, right? AI can do that. AI
Yeah.
can probably give you a nice little hook, but like AI can't tell you the truth. Like, oh shit, like I fucking felt that when this girl
Yeah.
left me. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they can do that yet. Maybe one day they can, but like I hope not, because again, when you look at the Adeles, you look at the John Mayers, the Jason Mraz, you look at these like purists,
Yeah.
they can't do that.
They're
So
just never gonna have the human emotion.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the hard part about AI.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where are we at?
Questions, but it's never going to give.
We're at an hour 20. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No.
Cool.
So listen, we're a 100% transparent podcast here.
That's right, baby.
Listen, everybody knows you got people behind the scenes on a podcast.
We're authentic.
We're authentic as fuck.
That's right, baby.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that, and I'm gonna do an underslight here because we're personal friends, right? Besides the fact that somebody being a fucking Nebraska Cornhusker fan,
You know what?
But
Do we
besides
want to
that-
go there right now? I will.
no, we don't need to go there. We can't go there because we've run out of time.
That's right, baby.
So here's what we got, dude. Honestly, now we got to finish it up. We got to wrap it up.
do
And
it.
I gotta tell you, dude. I still had 4 or 5 questions. I kind of had loaded up, and you know what? So in other words, what's going to happen here is I'm pretty sure everyone's going to agree. You're going to have to come back.
Dude, let's do it.
Exactly.
Let's
So
do
we're
it.
going to have to do another one. But for right now, we're going to finish this one off with my favorite segment of the podcast. It is the Joe's Spice of the Week, sponsored by Joe's Backyard Smokehouse, which if you haven't had Joe's Backyard Smokehouse, be sure to go fucking get it. So you officially know that you've had the best fucking backyard barbecue in the world.
In the world.
And I'm saying that legitimately, not because I've been drinking a little bit or because I'm on a podcast and they sponsor us.
Because it's that good.
There's no money involved in that sponsor. What happens is Joe is the fucking man, and I love his food. So either way, by the way, he's going to send some spices. Also, have you done Spice of the Week? Have you seen Spice of the Week?
Let's see it. Let's do
Okay.
it. Let's do it.
So Spice of the Week is a little bit unique compared to some other podcasts have some closures. They do like Bustin' with the Boys does shout out, no free shout out of the
Yes,
week,
right.
all that fun stuff. We want to emphasize the Spice of the Week.
Okay.
Everybody has a spice that kind of some little incident, some little small little thing happened to them that made them happy about the week. Or say you had a fucking terrible ass week and this little thing happened and it was like, well, at least this happened.
Okay.
Every human being goes through those weeks and they always say, oh, well, at least this came true. Or somebody has a great fucking week because of this one thing.
You'll love this.
Or, you know what I'm saying? There's always that one thing in the week that
Yeah.
everybody remembers where they're like, my week was going fucking dog shit, and then it turned all the way around because of this
I
moment.
love it.
Right? So that is the spice of the week. So what would be your
Dude.
spice of the week?
This is genuine.
Genuine, baby.
Dude,
that's
this
what we
podcast,
love.
bro. Cheers.
Get the fuck out of
Bro,
here.
this
This
is
is the third
amazing.
time we've had this
This
podcast.
is amazing. This is amazing.
Why? What do you have to to
Dude,
explain it for the
listen.
fans?
Y'all give people a platform to share what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
You guys are fun. You guys are authentic. So many podcasts are just like formula. Here's my fucking sponsor. Like, and it's just like, let's just have a good time.
Yeah.
It's awesome. This was the highlight of my week.
That is also the fact that he shouted us out is this my spice of the gnome can, but no, legit, dude, legit. That's right
Dude,
there.
I got you, man.
Thank you.
For sure.
That's fucking cool, man. I love that. I love that. So before I announce mine, I want everybody to go into the comments right now. Go into the comments right now. Tell me your spice of the fucking week.
Tell us.
This is it. This is not a part 1 and part 2 series. This is a
Sit, baby.
single podcast. No more part 1 and part 2s.
That's right.
I think I've announced that too early. I was going to announce it later on. But either way, the whole point is we are not doing part 1 and part 2s. So now every single week, I want you to write in the comments, tell me, what is your spice of the week? What the fuck made your week bearable? What made your week elite? What made your week just okay? What was the one thing that happened in your week that made it to where it bumped it up to the next level? That's what we want to know.
Bump up.
That's fantastic. So to round it back around, I would love to say my spice of the week, I got to tell you, was I was at work. And when I was at work, I happened to have a week where everything kind of lined up. I had actually one of those great weeks.
Love it.
Everything lined up. I hit my goals
Love it.
half the time I'm supposed to hit them, right? And all of a sudden, I alluded to it earlier, but all of a sudden, next thing you know, Ash, she claims up. She goes, "Hey, we need to have a movie. We need to have a movie night in the podcast, in the movie theater room, starting now." Right? We go into the movie room like 4:45.
All right.
Me, Ash, Ryder, and Avery, we're watching movies till like 9:30. We're sitting chilling. We're eating snacks, having popcorn. We're doing the fucking thing. And
American dream.
dude. American fucking dream. And the best part is we watched Captain America: Winter Soldier.
All right.
And my daughter was so fucking enthralled in that movie. And I was like, hey, honey, do you want some popcorn? In the middle of it, she's like, not now. And she's watching Captain America punch
Not
Winter
now.
Soldier.
Chris
right in the
Evans has his shirt off.
Chris
all right?
Evans. Yeah. Hey, dude, she's 10. Right? So, but at the same time, like we're sitting here, and next thing you know, we get like 2 hours into it. It's like 8:30, and I'm looking around, and immediately I already know. I said, "This is my spice of the week." I already know what I'm talking
love it.
about.
That's great,
I already
man.
know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, I look around. Every single person in this household is looking at this television. And everyone's smiling. Everyone's kind of happy. Again, I don't usually get super deep. I usually go for the little things. But I looked around, and all of a sudden, my son looks over at me, and he was like, the biggest smile that you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
For an ESE kid. And I love this kid. Anyway, he looks at me,
Yeah.
and I look at him, and he goes, this is awesome, Dad. And I was like...
Dude, if that's not like the winning lotto ticket,
Immediately, I looked at
is.
myself and I said, I can die now.
I can die happy.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Immediately, that was the spice of the week. The whole family getting together, having
great.
a good time. We got to bullshit a little bit. We got to fucking chirp on each other a little bit because I'm talking shit about Avery to her
That's awesome.
little likeness for Captain America. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I can't emphasize it enough the whole time. And I know you know what I'm talking about when you have those moments with your wife and you're just kind of chilling for like maybe 3-4 hours and it's just you and her. And it was
Simple
just,
things, man.
It was the simple things. And the funny thing is Ash tells me that all the time.
Yeah.
I lose track of it 24/7.
Yeah.
But then I have those moments where I overload, I can't handle shit. And then all of a sudden I come back and she looks at me and she's like,
I told you so.
yeah.
Bitch.
So that's it.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
So
That's
but
awesome.
yeah. So
That's awesome.
dude, number one, thank you so much for coming on.
Dude, thank you for having me. This is awesome.
I can't emphasize enough. This has been a fucking ballin' podcast. I love it.
This was great.
This was a fucking
awesome.
great time,
Yeah,
dude.
this is great.
So, number one, you guys, as you are finishing this podcast, go subscribe. I've already told you, put the comments in the comment box. What is your spice of the week? Tell us what
Do
your
it.
week was like. Tell us what happened in your week. Tell us the thing that made your week just that little bit better, or it fucking amplified it to where it was elite. Tell us those things. We want to know. Comment, subscribe, do all the shit so that we can keep this podcast going. Hey, do it. Do it. Do it. All right. And secondly, before we close out, I want every single one of you that are tuning in right now, open up a second tab on the internet. Open up a second tab on your phone and go to Spotify. Go to Apple Music. Go find Travis Schroder. Spell the last name.
TRAVIS.
There you go.
SCHROD as in Delta. ER. All one word.
Yep.
On Instagram
On Instagram.
and Spotify.
yes.
And add all that. Pre-add all that.
Pre-add all that shit.
You want to cry in your car? Do it.
Do you want to cry in
If
your
you want to
fucking
think about
car?
life, if you want to take a road trip and just be like, oh my God, I need to do something in my life, do it.
Do it. This
I'm
is
here.
the
I'm
guy.
here for you. Okay.
He's here for you.
Do
and
it.
on top of that, I got to tell you, from the personal, if you didn't listen to the fucking music on the podcast, get over yourself, dude. I'm telling you right now, this guy's a phenomenal fucking artist. Not to mention the fact that I value something a little bit more. He is a phenomenal artist, but I'll tell you right now, I've known this guy for years. He's a phenomenal fucking dude. He would walk past somebody, give him the shirt off his back. He's an awesome fucking guy, which is why I loved having him on here, and I was excited to have him on here. So, guys, tune in. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the comment button. Go check out Travis Schroder on his socials. Go check him out on Spotify and Apple Music. Do it now. Do it. Do it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. Come back next week. Peace.
$2 and a token.
Do you make Rosie?